times of George Floyd. It was like all around that time. The world shut down. All these crazy things was happening. The George Floyd thing was happening. And you have me in Mexico talk with a Mexican guy about why my passion and why it's important for us to come together to make this drink. And he said it after a year. He said, I didn't find in a Forbes article, we sat down and we did an article and Forbes came, took pictures, this, that. And he said, I had to do it with this guy. I've never seen anyone as passionate as this guy. I've never come across anyone who really like deserved it. So Don Londrés was their first since their drink is the first alcohol, pure, no added caca, pure tequila that we made smooth. I made it for women first. That was the main thing what I wanted to do not just because of the shape of the bottle. I wanted to look at a piece in the market that didn't really exist. No one was making tequila for women. People thought of tequila with taking shots and women would scrunch their nose and their makeup would get all effed up. I was like, I want to make something for women because what the women like, the men love. And that was the story of how I went down the road. I started watching celebrities come out with tequila. Francisco Gonzalez made me go through a whole train of making me learn how tequila was made, watching it from agave to the oven to this to that. I had to go through the whole journey. And while all this is going on, celebrities are now starting to make tequila. I had to start posting on social media like my journey because then it would look like I was bandwagoning and people started seeing like, hold on, this guy was on this journey since 2020, 2021, making his own tequila. And 23, it came out and everyone was like, wow, this, and I'm not just saying this, people were like, everyone that tastes it, one taste is all it takes. They taste it and they're like, wow, this is incredible. Shout out to Terrence, Terrence J, my brother. That's how you guys tried it first.
This is true.
I want this to be bigger than me. This is bigger than us. The story of Jack Daniels. It was a runaway slave and a runaway orphan came together and made a drink called Jack Daniels. This is around today. This drink's probably 100 years old before Prohibition, this, that. Like, Jack Daniels was made. That's what I'm doing. That's what made me want to cross from entertainment, music, using and leveraging the scene. Shout out to Michael Rapino from Live Nation, who has helped me leverage and do just one of the people, a lot of people have, but leverage the two together because there ain't no party without alcohol and there isn't alcohol without party, if that makes sense.
That's interesting. Because Michael Rapino, obviously CEO of Live Nation.
Yes.
Are they putting this in the venues that he has?
Yeah.
How does that partnership work?
So when we was going on tours, he let me test it. I told him, like, my brother, I'm doing something crazy. And he told me when he sat down and he thought Jay-Z was crazy for buying the champagne and buying Ace of Spades or Douce. And he was telling me the whole story when he sat down with Jay-Z and thought that Jay-Z was crazy. And the same time we was having this conversation, Jay-Z just got acquired or LVMH or something just bought into it. And he was like, I don't think you're crazy, Dre. And whatever you're doing, you know, I always backed you. Me and him and Colin Lewis, shout out to Colin Lewis, our business started off of a handshake. I never signed no contract. They trusted me and respected me and loved everything I was doing from the music game. And I bought them an artist that made them millions and millions of dollars, but it was all off of a handshake. We never signed a contract. We never had any paperwork. So my loyalty to them, he then helped me with the same loyalty. I told him, every venue you guys own, any venue we tour, I need to bring this there. I need to make sure that we have a tasting, we have this, we have that. And I started like that, leveraging it like that. The first tour was 2022 when I started doing just tastings. Then by 23, I had it in all the amphitheaters. And he helped me to like just leverage it into more places in the beginning. And I never forget where I'm coming from and I respect him. And that was my bridging of the gap. That's when I was like, ding, hold on a minute. You use everything you have from music and entertainment. Every person you know, every person you've ever met needs to try your drink. And as soon as they try it, they're going to love it. You wake up in the morning with no hangover because there's nothing. In tequila, you're allowed to add stuff to it. I think it's 2%. Most of these drinks are getting in trouble today. I don't know if you know. I'm not going to shout them out because they don't deserve it. But there's a lot of people getting in trouble because it's not even 100% agave.
Mm. How involved in the process are you? Because I'm thinking about, we've had people who've been in the spirits industry getting it distributed, having licenses in each state, and then labeling it, right? Because premium tequila needs to be placed in a certain spot.
Correct.
How involved in the process are you?
Bro, I've been so involved in the process that from start to finish to every day, eating, sleeping, like I've been in every process, to getting the licenses, to going through the interviews, to being able to import it into the country, to going over to my hometown, England, and going through the same licenses and going through the same questioning and getting it to, like, I'm so involved in the process. It's unbelievable. It's like I thank God above that I'm now, like, it's growing to where we've built a hype on it in the States that now people want it in other places. We just got it into Canada now after many years. Now finally it's in Toronto, it's in the UK. I'm now talking to certain distributors and a few big people. I almost gave one away in Dubai and the UAE. I'm talking to Africa because this is us. As soon as people find out, like, hold on, this is genuine and this is coming from a guy that looks like us, they want to support it. And it's just crazy because I'm walking into rooms. You're saying how involved am I? I'm walking into rooms where no one looks like me. I'm going into GSMs, general sales meetings, with a whole room full of people where you might find one Spanish guy, maybe, and one black guy. Or the black guy's light skinned. He ain't even black. I'm not saying he's not black. Don't take that the wrong way. He might not be fully black, but he might be half black, half white, whatever. I'm walking into rooms where no one looks like me, and they're like, okay, entertain me. Tell us about this. Like, and I have to go in there and sell it. The first thing I do when I walk in the room is I tell them, guys, you're probably not going to see someone that looks like me for the rest of the day, or you're not probably going to come across someone that looks like me that's about to sell you alcohol. They start laughing. It breaks the ice. And then I start going into the story of how I made Don Londrés. But there's no one that looks like us in this business. I'm so hands-on that I walk in the room and I tell them, tell me the last time you guys saw George Clooney in here. Do you ever see George Clooney selling his alcohol? No, I'm here on the ground looking at you all in your eyes, looking at you right here because I'm believing. I'm not just the founder. I'm every single thing to do with this. And I'm not going to stop until I get that joy